Hey y'all, it is Claire Gamble with Southern Magnolia Realty. And after a little break to wrap up the year, I am back with your very first market minutes of 2026. So if you're new here, welcome. This is where we keep it real about what's happening in our local real estate market here along the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Because let's face it, headlines can't tell you what's happening in your neighborhood, but I can. So I navigate the market so that you don't have to. Whether you're thinking about buying your first home, selling your current one, investing, or just watching the market, I've got you. All right, so today we're going to be talking about December 2025 and what the end of year numbers are telling us as we roll into January. Spoiler alert, the market didn't crash and it didn't skyrocket either. It just kept steadily moving forward, but not without a few things worth paying attention to. So let's start with the big picture. The average home across the Mississippi Gulf Coast sold for just over $285,000, which is right on par with where we landed in November as well. So that kind of consistency is actually a good thing. It tells us that prices are holding steady, and that's important if you are trying to time your next move. Homes are still taking a little over 2 months to sell on average, about 72 days on the market. That's not fast, but it's not super slow either. So we're not in a frenzy anymore, and we're definitely not in a stall. This is what a balanced market looks like. But here's where it gets interesting. While homes are still selling and buyers are becoming more selective, it took an average of 8.7 shows for a home to go under contract in December. And the average number of showings per listing dropped to just under 2. So that tells me that buyers are narrowing down their options early and being much more intentional about what they choose to tour, and even more intentional about what they're willing to write an offer on. So if you're selling, this isn't the time to test the market with a high price and hope for the best. Buyers are too savvy for that right now. They're watching everything from their phones and laptops, and they're reading between the lines. They're skipping over homes that don't show up well online. First impressions have always mattered, but now they are everything. Now, let's break down things a little bit area by area, because that's what's true like on the overall coast doesn't always apply when you go county by county. So in Jackson County, we saw homes selling for just under $278,000, and they're moving a little bit faster here, about 67 days on market. But even though the pace is good, buyers are still cautious. It took over 10 showings on average to get a contract. So homes are selling, yeah, but only after buyers have looked, compared, and thought it through. Now, Harrison County continues to be our most steady performer. Homes sold for right around $299,000, and they're still holding value. Sellers received about 97% of their asking price. So if you're in Harrison County, this is one of the more predictable and balanced spaces right now. You're not likely to be overrun with multiple offers, but you're also not going to be sitting on the market forever if your home is priced well and presented right. Now, Hancock County, on the other hand, is moving a bit more slowly. Homes there averaged around $279,000, but sellers are needing more showings, over 10 on average, and they're seeing a little bit more negotiation. With 5.3 months of inventory, this market is tipping towards the buyer side, especially in the higher price points or second home market segments. When we look at specific cities, a few stood out. Ocean Springs had a strong month. Homes sold quickly and sellers got back around 98% of asking price, which is huge. Pass Christiana, on the other hand, had the highest average sales price, over $460,000. But homes there took more showings and the longest time to go under contract. So if you're selling luxury or waterfront in that area, patience is going to be part of the game plan. Now, I've also got a quick shout out to D'Iberville. Homes there sold fast, inventory was tight, and sellers got back nearly 100% of their asking price. That market is worth watching as we head into spring to see what it does. So now, what does this all mean as we start 2026? If you're selling, this is still a great market, but the edge now goes to those who prepare well. So pricing matters, marketing matters, and even little things like how your home looks in your photos or how easily it is to show can impact your final price. Don't assume buyers will just make it work. They won't. They're going to move on. And if you're buying, this is your chance to stop and take a breath and shop with a little bit more leverage. Inventory is steady. We're not seeing runaway price spikes right now. But if you're pre-approved, positioned, and paying attention, you can find a great deal before competition ramps up and springs. And if you're just kind of watching the market right now, that's okay too. But I'd encourage you, don't wait without a plan. So whether your move is 3 months or 12 months out, having a strategy early on makes everything smoother when the time is right. All right, so there you have it. December 2025 is in the books and 2026 is officially underway. I'll be here all year long helping you keep a pulse on what's happening locally, what matters most, and how to navigate it all. Because again, I navigate the market so that you don't have to. Now, if this video was helpful at all, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. And if you're ready to talk through your game plan, whether it's buying, selling, or both, reach out anytime. I would love to help. So until next time, stay informed, stay ahead, and stay coastal. Bye, guys.